Good evening. How are we all this evening? Let's see if it actually works this time, shall we? It's saying I'm live. Okay. And on mine, it's frozen again. Okay. Are we going to have this problem again? Let me go. Oh, I can't do that. Why is it frozen? I don't get. Mr. Allport, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Can I borrow it a moment, please? Thanking you. Let's have a look on here and see. Oh, go on Marketplace. Not usual tablet very well. Right, let's have a look. Because on yours it says I'm live. Right, so the volume's there, but the video's halted. Well, I'm ever so sorry about this, everybody. Oh, let me change to that and see why. So I've changed camera angles and it hasn't changed camera angles. Oh, right, it's working now. Let me refresh. Just check. It's a real delay. Right, I'm going to go ahead and we'll see. Now I know there is a massive lag on what Dell's getting on his tablet and what I'm getting on Facebook to what's actually happening. So, I mean, you can hear how far behind this is here. But we'll go ahead and we'll see. Here you go, Daddy. Thank you very much. Just have to try it, and then when I upload it, we'll see what it's like. And if I have to edit it, I shall give it a go, because I've never done editing. I don't do editing. But yeah, right. We'll see where we're at. That's all right. It's the dog. The dog's finding something out the window. So, sorry I didn't come live this afternoon. If you were planning on watching, I spent most of the day outside in the garden, working for probably about an hour, if that, of all of it. Doing a bit, stopping, doing a bit more. But I've managed to cut the grass yesterday. Finally got that done. So today I've raked it all over and tidied up a little bit and swept round. But you know, when it's just like them jobs that have been going on and on and on, and you've got a spot and you're into it and you think, you know what, I need to get this done, because it needs another cut in a couple of days just to sort it out, and I'm hoping that this dry spell will stay and we can get that done. Right, let's get on with what we've come for, and let's create our scrapbook page. Now I do want to just quickly remind you, Paper Pumpkin that you can see there is now available to order. So if you hop on website to my shop, you can order that. It'll tell you all about it there. It's an absolutely fantastic. I love it. I really, really love it. Looking forward to receiving those. So let me change cameras and we'll see how we're going. I mean, my Facebook now, I've just thought I'd do a quick check, is not that far behind. So let's hope that we're going good. So I want to create a spring page. And this month we're using the Capturing Smiles bundle. As soon as I saw this, I wanted this bundle mainly for scrapbooking. But I have made a lot of cards with it so far, and there will be more to come, I am sure. So what I wanted to do was the last chance offering has been updated because we've got a new catalogue coming, which means some products go on to last chance to make room for the new ones. So I thought we would use some of the last chance products. I pulled all mine out so that I knew that what was staying, what was going. And the Days Like This Memories and More card pack, which I have used a couple of times. This is on last chance. So I thought, what lovely thing for a spring scrapbook page. We could use that. Then I've got the puffy stickers, softest spring mix and match puffy stickers, which I haven't used yet. They are on last chance, which I'm sad about, and I'm sad that I haven't used them because that's wrong. And then just a couple of things, some of the mix and match Unforgotten Times, which is Unforgettable Times, which are all our large titles to be used. The frames with the gold, I haven't got the label for that anymore, so I don't know what it's called. Sincerely Noted Mix and Match ephemera pack, and I've got a couple of other bits in there from old ones that are retired, going into the are on the last chance. They're not retired. And then these are on last chance. The Alphabet Alamo dies, which I am extremely sad because, as you know, if you watch me, I use these a lot. And the Our Story stamp set. So I thought we'd bring those in as well. Probably won't use everything, but excuse me. Oh dear. But we can use some of it. Now, I've grabbed out this piece of designer series paper that is from the Mixed Up Patterns. This isn't on last chance, but I thought we'd use that because that's just got lots of nice things, and I wanted something that would coordinate with our Memories and More cards, and with it being Daffodil Delight, it does. And it's a nice soft background that won't take away too much from what we're trying to do. So I thought we're going to have two square pictures today, and we will decorate. We'll have that something like that, and we'll decorate around it and a title. So let's see what we've got. Now, I did say about using these, didn't I? But obviously, these aren't big enough. But I might not end up using these after all that. I want to. But, oh, that's pretty. That could look quite nice behind as a... I was quite wishing we'd got one of those that was the other way. But there isn't. That is the way. I'm wondering what this would look like being like that. I don't mind that at all. Probably end up covering most of it, but yeah, I like that actually. I could bring that down a bit if we wanted. And then I want to add in our camera. So let's pop this up here and bring in our stamp set. And oh, they're my dies, but we will want those as well. Don't forget to pop on and say hello if you're watching, or if you're watching on the replay or over on YouTube later. Do drop me a comment, because I do read all comments and reply. It might not be straight away. It might take me a few days, but I do get around to reading them all. I enjoy reading them. Right, so I'll just pop our stamp. So we need that one. And this one. Okay. So has anyone got any exciting plans for the weekend? With it being Easter, I don't think we've particularly got anything that we've said, oh, we'll do that. It's a, well, we could do this, could do that type of feeling. Do I want the shutter? No, I don't think I do. So I'll just leave it at those first. So I've got my camera, I've got the front panel, and then I've got the rim around where the shutter goes. And that'll be okay for now. I'll see where we go. So I'll bring in my stamping piercing mat, which just means I get a better impression when I stamp. Grab some basic white. For stamping. Oops. So I am going to stamp in Memento. Do I want it white? Now I'm thinking, do I want it white or do I want it coloured? And then I can emboss it. If I do it white, I can colour it. Yeah, let's do it on white. And we'll colour it. As you can see, I've not given this a lot of thought. And that's usually just the way I craft. Normally, I just go with it and things take their own way. It can take a little longer doing it that way, but who's in a rush? crafting's supposed to be relaxing, so I'm not in any rush. So I don't mind if it takes that little bit longer. Right, so I'm going to colour these in before I die cut it. Now I know that my blends have started to be a bit grey. My smoky grey, smoky slate is a bit on the end, and it's running out. I've got another one ordered. This is the dark, so this one might be okay. It's not the best. What's the light one like? Yeah, that's even worse. So let me see. I'll do dark first, and then we can change it up if we need to. Yeah. Just going to colour the whole thing in this. This is just going to be a real simple way to colour. As you can see, it's running out on me. I did think I might be able to just manage. I am going over the lines, but that's okay. I'll sort that out after. And I'm doing it because of my pen being the way it is. All right. Bear with me. Let's see if we can give it a little bit of extra life. My pliers have gone wonky, so I'll use these ones. Don't know if I can get it out, but we shall try. So if I ruin it, it doesn't matter, because it's no good anyway. Oh gosh, just pull the nib. Right, so we've pulled the nib, and I'm just going to squirt some alcohol in there to see if it'll just give it a bit of extra life. I'll pop that back in. Now, obviously, you don't want to do that if you want to keep your nibs looking anything like, because it ruins them, but mine's messed up anyway. And let's see. There we go. Just by adding a bit more alcohol in. It gave us a little bit. Get a bit more. Just enough to colour it. I don't advise this at all. Get yourself a decent pen. Right, so that's just laid down a bit of colour. And just let that dry, because of course putting the extra alcohol in, it's made it very wet. So I'm going to use the nib end now, which I know is fine, just to add some darker touches on the details. The pen is absolutely fine this end. It's because it's the other end, the nib. It's gone. But it does mean that I've been able to colour the large area in a lighter shade. Now don't worry about the patchiness, because it'll be covered by this. And now I'm going to use grey granite light, and we will just colour that in. Now I'm not going to go over on this one because my nib is decent and the pen works properly, and this one will be seen more. Just put that in. So yeah, there's been lots going on with Stampin' Up this week, with Paper Pumpkin being available, updates to the last chance list. What else have we done? Oh, we've got a new product of the month, which is a die that's a full card front. Absolutely beautiful. That's in my order, on its way. I'm going to do, I wonder if a basic black light might be still a bit dark. Oh no, that'll do in here. It's a bit lighter. Yeah, the die is gorgeous, and it's available for £5 with any qualifying order, and that's of a spend of 70. So if you're buying £70 worth of products anyway, for an extra £5 you get a gorgeous die, which I can't wait to receive. So this is the basic black light, which, as you can see, it isn't black because it's the light. It's a dark grey. Right, I'm going to die cut these pieces out now. Let me bring in the die cutting machine and we'll chop that off. And grab my plates. I think I can put the pliers away now. Oops, everything's falling. I'm currently want to reorganise my craft area, but you know, when you just don't know how to do it, what you want to do. I've just thought I've coloured that, but I've got to die cut it out. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I want to organise it, how I want it. So I thought I'll wait, because I've cleared a load of stuff out, but I'll wait until my new stuff comes and then have a look at it and where things will fit best. So I'll just line these up. Add a bit of washi, just to stop them from moving. And because we use the washi, we can add more than one dye in at a time, because we know that they're not going to move and cross over each other. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. How we can build this and see. Say how we can build it. I've done so many of these. You'd think I'd know. But I'll try and make them all slightly different, to be honest. All right, so that'll go over there. Now, as you can see, maybe you can't. Hi, Carol. That's okay. Don't worry. I've been having technical issues again. It was just frozen, and then my voice was correct, but the screen was frozen, and then it's righted itself. So, yeah. Her granny duties. Oh, how nice. I bet she's growing fast, isn't she? But as you can see, there's a little white border on this, like most of our dies. Because I'm layering it up and the way it is, I'm going to trim that off. I just think it looks better. I don't normally do this. I'm not that fussy on it. But for this, I just think it does look better. 3 months. Oh my gosh. I bet she's full of smiles and giggles. Right. Trim along there. Yeah, I had my technical difficulties. Then I've had my wanting to use my blends that are run out, basically, and no good, and try and colour with it, which is why it's ended up looking a bit like that, because I had to add some alcohol in. But it's okay, because I can hide the majority of it. All right, so I'm going to do the same with this as well. Trim it down. And this is why I weren't fussed about when I was colouring it in, because my pen was the way it was, going over the edge, because I'll trim it down. Loads of smiles. Not quite a giggle yet. Oh, bless her. Yeah, it won't be long, will it? Have you got anything exciting planned for Easter? I want to do some more in the garden. It all depends on whether there's a few car meets on that are a possibility. Maybe it depends if we fancy travelling. But it might just be that we end up having a nice, relaxing bank holiday weekend. Right, let's put those away. And then we can build this. Now, because it's on the scrapbook page, I'm not going to worry too much about building up too much texture for it and height. Seeing the family. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're not going up to my dad's for Easter because we're going up for his wedding on the 21st. So it's like there's no point really going just yet as well. Right, so I'd cut that and I'd coloured it in to have it dark. But you know, I think I am going to add bits in because I prefer it being that bit darker. Oh, hello, Emma. You need to get this bundle out of the pack. You do, yes. It's I'm having fun with it. I am having fun with it. Right. So let's pop that on. Turn there. And then we'll glue this bit in. And I want the darker bit at the bottom. And then I want to add that bit back in there. There we go. Right. So we've got our camera. So that will go on our page somewhere down here. We've got our photos, a bit of matting behind our photos. And then we'll have that there. And then I want to do some smaller cameras, which I think I am going to do from coloured cardstock. And in this we have Flirty Flamingo, Garden Grip, Pool Party. That would be quite nice. Some Flirty Flamingo. And keep it quite light. Is it being spring? Oh. Nice. So we'll grab the ink for those. I always go to my Suttles family for Flirty Flamingo. Always. And Pool Party. Right. Let's grab a stamp and a block. Bring back my mat. I'm going to stamp a few of each. Just so we've got tone on tone. I do love this little camera. I think it's very cute. And I've got that much stuff on my desk. I'm running out of room because I've tidied nothing up. Right. Will they fit that way? They will. Now I only probably really want 3 of each, if that, but I've done an extra one just in case. Clean that off. Right, and we'll die cut these out because there's a die for those. So we'll bring in the small machine for this. Whoops. So yeah, I'm waiting. Sign of a good craft session. Yeah. It's I think it's mainly because I pulled all my last chance stuff out. And oh, washi tape. I've got baskets on my desk with it in because I want to make sure I use it. But yeah, I have just got stuff out and dumped it instead of putting it away. All right. I'll quickly do these. So, I do love that we've got the smaller machine rather than messing with the big one just to do a little tiny image like this. So much easier. So yeah, I've been creating with this. I've done a few projects that I will be sharing the rest of this month. I've got a couple more to do. I'm joining a new to me Insta Hop with the Crafty collaborations. I'm going to be doing their monochrome hop, which goes live every Friday. So my first one will be tomorrow. I've just got to put the finishing touches to my post. So I'm excited about that. I just thought it'd be good to get me using colours in a different way and colours that I don't normally use. Because if you're anything like me, which I think most of you are, you tend to stick to the same or head towards the same colours all the time. And it's nice to use something a bit different. See, that one went a bit awry, but that's okay. I can use that behind, sticking out from somewhere. I think my washi tape about had it. Yeah, so it's nice. That is exciting. Can you say which colour tomorrow will be? I can. It's Granny Apple Green. Can't see if the information's out there. So yeah, Granny Apple Green, which isn't a colour I use a lot of at all. I find it quite bright. For when I'm normally creating. But yeah, I've created with the card I've made. I'm not 100% sure, but I've made it in a different colour and I like it. So I believe it is because of the colour, not the actual card. So I will be sharing that tomorrow, and then later on in the month I will share the one that I made originally in a different colour, just so that you can see the difference. And that, yeah, sometimes it's not the card you make, it's the colour you use that you perhaps aren't happy with. Right, so a couple of them have gone a bit knit, but that's okay. Right, let's do a little bit of sticking and sorting out on here. So we've got our main components. It's quite a basic page today because I had nothing planned. So I want to do just a little bit of stamping behind, and I'm going to use the camera stamp again, and I'm going to use Daffodil Delights. That's the colour of our paper, and I'm going to use it stamped off. And because it's just to give a bit of a, what's the word, detail behind, I want it to fade in. I'm not worried about using a foam mat underneath. I'm not worried about the impression being perfect. And I don't know if you can see that, it's very faint. But it just gives a little bit of interest to them extra bits. I'll come down a bit further with that one. Oops, and then we'll throw the stamp. All right, let's see if that's enough to give me what I'm after. Okay, now I've lost my other card. See, I've got that much on my desk. I've got it. I hid it. All right. Do you ever do that? Put things down and it's right in front of you, but you can't see it. There we go. That has just added just that tiny little bit round, and I'm just going to do some flicking because we like a bit of flicking just to add a bit more texture, because you can never have enough texture. This is quite dark actually. I want some bigger bits, so we'll go with our blend. As you can see, that one also has been used for lots of flicking. This is what happens with my blends with the brush end, and Hayden goes mad at me because he likes to colour with the brush end, whereas I use a bullet. Right. That's it. That's given me just that little bit of added interest. So let's glue these down because I'm happy with my positioning on those. I'll do it at the top one. And to make one a pocket, I'm just going to leave about centimetres gap. And if you know me now, everything's done by eye. For this one, I'm going to make a bit of a pocket. So we'll go around there and then to about there. And then that'll stop anything going below it, and I can just tuck in what I want. I don't want a raised pocket. Just so I can slip something in and out. Right, glue dots. Let's put the lid on that before I end up with my finger in it. I'll just pop a glue dot on the back of there, get rid of some of the sticky, and then we can pop that on there, about there, and then glue dot on there. And then at least with the glue dot, I can fetch it back off. I'm going to, in fact, have them offset about 1 centimetre again. And I'm going to move that one over. So that one's about the same. I think I do want to map those. So I'm going to bring in some, what should we go for? Let's go pool party. Have I got any pieces that are big enough? Nope. I've got so many offcuts of pool party, it's ridiculous. Right. Let's cut 2 of these for our mats that are 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. I like to have my photos matted. That's not big enough, I don't think. It might be. It is, but is it big enough that way? No, not. Oh, I could put a camera over it, can't I, or something over that tiny little corner. It'd be silly to waste it just for that. There we go. Very tiny sliver. I mean, look at that. It wouldn't have been worth it, would it? Right, so I'll take those off. And I'll pop those on there. Right, so, and then we can glue that on. And the reason I put my photo placement cards on a glue dot is so that it's easy to remove it when I want to put my actual photo on. Move down a bit. There we go. Can just be pulled off and replaced. Right. There we go. Happy with that. And we'll have a camera down here. And I will pop that on some dimensionals. Do like a little bit of dimension to my pages. Use those edges. I'm just waiting now for my order to come. It hasn't shipped yet. I'm hoping Tuesday it might ship. Have a camera there, and then we're going to have a title, which I am kind of thinking to use one of these titles because we're trying to use our stash. So what have we got in here? The gold won't show enough, I don't believe, against the Daffodil Delight. Sweet Dreams, Everyday Life. I think that's a bit heavy maybe with the blue, because we've got no blue in this. Now that's got Flirty Flamingo in it. We could end up cutting some apart. We've got Happy Day. I've got Our Story. Let's see. Time Together, You and Me. No. Don't think any of the others. Let's have a look at what we can make with that. Happy Days or Happy Day. I'm not sure. Quite like Our Story. Just nice, simple. Oh, every day. And then I can, what we got in the family stamp, Our Story. Everyday family, everyday laughter, everyday friends. No, I think we'll go for Our Story. There, like that. And then we can add a date from here. Let's bring this. So we've got this. Oh, I like that. This Is Us. I haven't used that. Oh, well, as you can see, I've used one of these stamps. The best memories are created with. That's quite nice, isn't it? So we will have a date, and we will have that This Is Us. I like that. So for that date, I have got, oops, in here, a little banner from the Banner Punch, which I can just stamp, and then we can add the date on there at a later, whenever we use it. And I will do that in, that's in the green. Go away, you, don't want you. This Is Us, perhaps in Flirty Flamingo. We'll do this in Pool Party. I don't particularly want it overpowering. I'll just put a little date on there. Excellent. Let's pop this on. Come on. I'm hoping actually tomorrow to be able to get some crafting done. I want to try and get all my projects made for this month so that then I can craft just for me. There we go. It's our story and the date. Then I want to put this. This says love this, and I have a circle die out of the capturing smiles that I think might just cut that out. We'll see. It might be a bit small. We can try. No, I know I haven't used this, so I'll prime this a little. Just rub it on that. Give it clean. And we'll get this in. I do want my mat, and we'll do this in the Flirty Flamingo. Because it's a solid stamp. Looks okay. Yep. Oh, nice. I like that. I do like solid stamps that the words are cut into. Let's try this. Hopefully fit. And I'll just run this through. Popped it down on the floor. Oh my god. Got stuff everywhere. Stuff everywhere and no room. Knocking everything on the floor. Get some washi tape. Right. There we go. Hold that down. And pop this back over here. I don't know where it is. Save me bending to the floor. Not all sorts over there. Right. We can have, this is our story, just there covering. In fact, no, I will have a camera there. Our story can go, this is us can go here by the camera. I think that'll look better. Let's pop a dimensional on there. Get rid of the cat hair. Put that over there. Nice. Now let's stick some of these cameras on willy-nilly here and there. Honestly, I do think about where I'm putting them. I don't really just do them willy-nilly. No, I do. I am guilty. And then what we got? I don't want an equal number. We've got 5. Let's use Flirty Flamingo. here. And then I might just do the 3 actually and use another pull party. And it's 2 there. Be okay. Right, that's brought our cameras in. Then we have our puffy stickers that I said we might use some. Let's just put that there so I don't lose that. Let's have a look at our cards, because I want one to slide in there where I can have the journaling. That's quite nice, but I think we've got enough of the butterflies, to be honest. We've got Flirty Flamingo. All good things. That'd be nice, but it's yellow on the back. I love that. How gorgeous is that? Lots of laughter. Oh, we've got white and the peach. Oh, days like this in green. There we go. I like that. I have my journaling on there. Yeah. Right. Let's do about some puppy stickers. So I don't want to use pink because it's the wrong pink. I can use the Daffodil Delight and the green. That'll look nice. Might get away with some of these smaller pink. Definitely want to keep away from the blue. Let's like the bird. That's down here. It'll look better than in the middle. Yes. Thank you, Emma. And then I wanted to use some of the Easter time mix and match as well in with it, but that's already gone. I was quite disappointed that it had already gone. Have a leaf there. Maybe we can use a little flower. Yeah, the pink doesn't look too bad actually. There. Put a little couple of flowers up there with the leaf. And then we can have a nice butterfly up here. Hayden's whispering to the animals. And we can, I want another piece of greenery. Quite like that yellow one. Coming at the camera there. The stickers are gorgeous, aren't they, Carol? I'll be honest with you. I've fetched them out lots of times and I've been, can't use that, can't use them. I didn't want them to run out. And now I've come to the point that, well, actually, they're going to go if I don't use them. And they'll sit in my drawer with all my other bits that I haven't used. Wanted to make a little bit more of this. Oh, that one flew not there, away from that one. I think I'm quite happy with the stickers now. I've had enough of those. Let's find some embellishments that we can pop on here. I have behind me my last chance list box. which has got my embellishments in the last chance. And let's see what we've got in here. One to use, one to strap. Oh no, oh no. Oh, we've got the loose frosted dots. They might work. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Or we could just go with gold or silver. Oh, we've got some flirty flamingo in the rainbow adhesive. But they look quite nice as well because they're quite subtle with the flirty flamingo. Not quite sure what those muted palette dots. I can't remember what colours they were. Do I go muted? Let's try the actual flirty flamingo and see what they look like. Because we've got pool party as well. And they're easier to stick than them loose. I did colour some in Granny Apple Green, but it didn't work. So 1, 2, oops, and 3. I quite like that. Then we'll go wrong one. Up 1, 1, 2, and 3. And then one more lot, which I think needs to be here somewhere, maybe. Or it could go here. Now this is where I'm going to get stuck. So one there, and then I want it in the middle so it's a line. I'm going to go down here. 1, 2, and 3. Right. And I think that's done. I think I'm quite happy with how that looks. I'm going to trim that down. I think that's a little bit big. Maybe I shouldn't have put my glue quite so high, but I wasn't thinking I was going to use a bit more so that the days like these just show. That's better. That's better. I'm happier with that. They can go in the bin. Yeah, I think I'm happy with how that's turned out for on the fly, given no thought other than the fact I want to use some stuff off the last chance, and of course our capturing smiles. Not sure about those. That I'm looking at it now, look, but then I don't want, if I put a pink one there instead. Nope, leave it. Thank you, Carol, that's very kind. No, that's it. Yeah, I'm happy. I could keep messing and keep messing and keep going, but no, I like that. Just need to find 2 photos to go on there now. Maybe I'll get some photos of me and Dell in the garden tomorrow. And thank you, Emma. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And I must admit, I was a bit, because I wanted to use these cards. And then I was like, oh, how am I going to, but I'm happy with those like that, just as a bit of a map to the photos. Right. Well, thank you very much step away. Oh no, I know, I will. I'll step away. I'm calling it. That's it. I'm done. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I apologise again for not being on this afternoon, but yeah, I really wanted to be out in the garden. Right, I will say good night. I hope you all have a lovely long Easter weekend. Whether it's filled with family celebrating or just probably like us doing a bit of relaxing. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you all next week. Thanks again. Bye.